Hi, I am Dr. Melody Moore. New setting as I'm on the road traveling, but same offering. And that is how to give you something in a couple of minutes that might help expand the relationship that you have with yourself, and specifically the relationship that you have to loving yourself. What I'd like to offer today is an idea given to me by my dear friend Nikki Myers, which is that of spiritual consent. And let me tell you what I think that means. We often are told and try to practice not taking anything personally. Not taking things personally is one of the 4 agreements, this wonderful book, if you haven't read it, written by Don Miguel Ruiz, that explains when other people are in response to you, when other people react to you, and other people's opinions of you give you a whole lot of information about them, about the way that they perceive themselves, but very little, often, about you. And that doesn't mean shirk responsibility and don't have an observing eye. Don't be a witness to yourself and how you're impacting other people. But it does mean that everything that somebody says about you is not in fact true. It has a whole lot to do with their own perception, the way that they process information, their own feelings, their own attachment style, their own personality, their own traumas. So many things impact the way someone perceives you. And that means for you to not have a boundary around the information that you take in about you is far too overwhelming, and it ends up creating an impossibility of self-love. And so instead, what I'd like to offer you is the idea of offering willingly your spiritual consent to a few people in your life that you deeply trust. A few people that have earned your trust by consistently showing up for you with an availability that shows you that they have an acceptance of you, that gives you permission to be fully yourself in their presence, that allows for your imperfections, that allows for your vulnerability, that allows for your truth without you having to feel judged, you having to feel critiqued, you having to feel the need to keep certain aspects of yourself away. Those people, Brene Brown would call them your war council. Nikki has taught me, as we've given each other spiritual consent, that those are the people with whom you might be able to share the opinions others give you that you're like, I don't know if that's the case. I want to honor somebody else's truth about me, and I want to sit with and sift through, are there aspects of this that are true? But taking the whole thing on might feel like you're just being thrown up on by someone. Allow some people in your life, maybe it's 1, if you're lucky it's 2, 3, 4, even 5, to have spiritual consent with you. And I would offer that every time you have a conversation that you want to have, let them know you have spiritual consent. So I really am asking for your feedback. I really am open to your advice. And then even still, know that the final truth about you rests with you. Take on other people, even those with whom you've given spiritual consent. Take on their offerings to you with an awareness of what comes up in your body. Does it sit with you as true? Not to be too defensive or in denial, but allow yourself to really recognize, does this honor what I know of me? Does this honor who I want to be? And then you can create a trust, intimacy, a true connection with those in your life that will help you grow, that will help you become the kind of person that it's easy for you to stay consistently in love with. I offer this love bomb with an open heart. I hope it's useful to you. Have a beautiful, beautiful month. I'll see you next month. Take care.